Alright, I wanted to do a quick video of the I hate the start of this, how you can't just start it without putting the weapon in your hand. Anyways, I want to do a quick video showing the build that you would, that I came up with, I guess, that would be a no respec build, except for, I guess, one node. There would be one node of respec. For the Aurabot mercenary build. Now, a lot of people are, complaining that the build's 0 damage, the build is garbage, you should level with a different thing. You can level with whatever the hell you want. I actually think that's kind of a weird thing to argue, because, it's only Act 3. Level with whatever you want, right? But, at the same time, I understand, I guess, if the build's not gonna, not your playstyle, or it's not, going to fit the way that you play, which would be that you don't care about respecing, right? If you don't care about respecing, then you're obviously going to, instead... Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I'm going through town correctly. Getting boots, if there are any. There is one for transmute, of course. I'm gonna grab... Do I want to grab these gloves? Yeah, we'll grab the gloves. Anyways, so... I didn't sell anything, but it's fine. So...
I have a simple choice ahead of me.
I'm just trying to walk and talk. So, the plan with the build, I guess my build, though, that I came up with was that you'd get yourself to level 12, and then you transition over to just doing an automated style build where it's every 4 seconds you just static strike something. And then for bosses, you just have Smite to up that damage a little bit, or if there's a magic pack. And it works pretty well. And there's no damage nodes other than the Aura node. And then you run your double Herald, which you could do a triple Herald, by the way. You could technically do a triple Herald because you're going to have so much mana reservation efficiency. Which, I mean, I didn't even think about if that would actually end up being better damage-wise. The thing is that eventually you drop the Heralds, so, I didn't really think about whether or not to do that. I need to get to level 5 to wear those gloves. Kind of awkward. Guess we got a body which is really good for this area. We should also just be absolutely ravaging this area. Sadly, we got a claw on, so we can't use our smite to give us the buff. Or else we'd probably just one-shot everything.
Life grows, even in graveyard.
And I'm obviously going to keep the claw on because it rolled double added damages. So, yeah, it's really fucking good right now.
Trans.
Getting saved by that armor body there.
Trans.
Alright, let's just get out of here. So yeah, I think I actually forgot to I forgot to put my point in. I'm just really bad for not autopiloting while I'm talking. So yeah, all I wanted to say really is just the build was meant for you get to level 12, you switch to static strike. However, right now, it's really hard to do that appropriately because of the way the socket colors all work out on the build. But I think once the white sockets come out, it's going to be much easier to get the build going. And you just have to worry a lot less about stuff like not being able to have the right links or something like that. It's probably not worth grabbing that, but Okay, we got a copper sword there. Another one-handed item.
I'd almost stop
Do I ID it? I guess. God, at this point, I'm kind of like stuck on one-handed weapons, aren't I? So we'd replace this. Okay. Sell a bunch of stuff. Now we're going to be trying our best to get transmutes. This build uses a lot of transmutes.
What little help I can offer is yours.
And we will go ahead and sell this too, because we're not going to use that right now. Grab ourselves an iron ring for extra damage.
While we live, we are blessed.
We will go. Oh, I grabbed.
You willing? There's a
Okay, grabbed the wrong thing there. We could buy these Mooseby boots. I actually am going to go ahead and do that.
stay sharp out there.
Yes?
I can't believe I got the wrong skill. Yikes. Now, you could also use shield charge, like, on the build. Like, okay, shield charge actually scales super, super well.
We are blessed.
With just generally having alright, like an alright shield. Yeah, in this case, like, I definitely can't just play Smite. I'm not gonna give up on a good freaking weapon, just to play Smite. And even then, like I said, it's supposed to just supplement damage, so, like, my whole thought is... So once I drop this claw, you'll see what I mean.
Alchemy.
Can Elk's always good. Transmute's always good.
Kill, I live.
So we'll put on the sword. So we're going to keep going. Go, go, go. Want to try to get through here quickly. I am going quite slow. So a... Just trying to think here while I'm moving. What else do I need to talk about? How I dropped my portal scroll.
Large life flask.
Hit large life flask, very good, because then during the Dweller fight we have more healing. I don't know if it's faster to go this way, but getting some extra levels is fine. There's a lot of chests in this area too, so there's the extra benefit of that.
Wisdom.
Okay, I'm going to put on this coral ring. This level up doesn't really do anything, so we're not going to worry too much about spending it until we get to the end of this zone.
Can I not have but a moment?
There is
of
a
light?
essence. Contempt is very, very good.
Wisdom. 2 red 1G weapon. Alt.
I should just use my decoy totem here. I'm kind of trolling because I'm not using that. Then he just stands still and I can just burst him down.
That sounds pretty good.
Okay. So we could throw that on our iron ring. That is an option. But I might save it for a sapphire ring or something. Just because we want to get a bunch of damage. I could also use it on the weapons, so I'm just going to keep it for now. Actually, I think I might have... Yeah, I forgot to grab Harrier. I'm like walking back and forth here, okay.
Chance.
From Oriath to Axiom. One prison to another.
I remember to put a portal down, right? Okay. I probably should have went and grabbed another iron ring. It's fine, but I had stuff to like sell and whatnot that I could have got another iron ring. Actually, even a rustic sash would have been quite good. I'm gonna grab this because it'll give me some extra mana and mana regen. You gotta remember that... Oh, I never turned Smite's attack while moving off. You gotta remember to Smite when fighting, just so we get that extra damage on our spectral throws. Greed's a little bit useless, but... Okay, that was an alright dweller.
Judging so.
The tail.
Grab that. Go. So at this point in the campaign, I sold 2 pairs of rare boots that in theory could have rolled life resist with move speed, but I really wanted to hoard a bunch of transmutes by the end of this act because they're used for Amber Amulet and the 3 auras, plus if you're buying a weapon near the end of the act, they end up costing transmutes at that point. So I just need to hoard as many transmutes as possible, and I already had a pair of boots that had move speed on them, and so I just kind of took the L on the possibility of having a resist and life on it with move speed. There is a high chance as well that it wouldn't even have had move speed, so that's why I sold them. We're gonna look and see what we can buy now. So we could get a level 8 sword. We're about to go do Brutus. So having a better sword would be a good idea. I think that we're gonna just gamble this. Nice, we hit really good. Okay. Oh right, I can't switch yet. Yeah. That's fine. But as soon as we can, we got a really good sword. Now, best case scenario, this is actually the layout where you had to go to both sides, but it is not. At least I'm pretty sure it's not. Okay, so this guy will just die to the traps. Just decided to check that tribal mall because it could have been good. Okay, we kind of fucked up there, but it's fine. I'll just kill the guys really quick. Here's that. Put Frostblink in here. Oh my god. Frostblink in there. Get out of here.
Is the strongest metal of them all.
We got our Ruthless, which currently is useless. We need more links. As you can see, the damage is all right now. Without even having our rustic sash, so that's good. Now, I'm not going fast because I'm like, well, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really good at going fast. Like it is what it is. Okay, so.
I saw you perform for Dominus.
Yes.
Have but a moment's respite.
Okay. Now after we get back to town, we should actually get quite a few alteration shards. We could think about, we gotta grab an amber amulet. I just remembered that.
Your crime is trespass. Your sentence is death.
Now, because I only have a regular small mana flask, I'm actually gonna avoid using my, decoy totem.
You remind me.
Yeah, plain and simple. Okay, this is awkward. I actually want to grab stuff here. I'm gonna use a portal instead of logging out then.
The sun.
Just because I want all the transmutes I can get, so we're going to go back, grab stuff, and then log out. Awesome.
What little help I can.
Let's sell. Okay, did we manage to get 3? We did. Awesome. Now, the one problem is right now we have 1 wisdom left. And we need like a new... I think I need to get a body. That's probably the best bet. Now, we need a... We need a blue socket, so let's just go... Okay, that works. Smite... Oh, I guess we could also gamble for a armor helmet. Where is it? Are you fucking kidding me? Wow, that's a lot of off colors. Okay, in this case we'll take our decoy totem off. That's crazy. Another thing that's just not going to be a problem in next patch. Just a small point here. Obviously this wouldn't have mattered next patch when there's white sockets, but I had Ruthless on my weapon. I should have took that off instead of Decoy Totem, because Decoy Totem could possibly save me from a bad situation against a boss or something. Not that there's any really scary bosses coming up until Merveil, so it's not a huge loss. I'll have to think about that in a second, because I need to switch out the build so that
Trans.
I'm gonna grab that transmute. Pretty soon we're gonna have to grab an amber amulet.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Okay. So at this point in the video, I tried to explain that it's completely reasonable to make it to the end of Act 1 without being level 12, which means you obviously couldn't switch over to the Static Strike Smite build. You would have to just keep playing whatever you're playing at the moment. So if you started Sunder, you're still going to continue to play Sunder. That said, if you're playing Sunder, you also probably would want to just keep leveling with Sunder anyway. But my point is, you could just keep playing what you're playing until level 12 and then switch to this if you wanted. With that said, a good player will be able to get to lab within an hour to an hour and a half anyway, so it doesn't really matter what the hell they play, as long as they just get there. The biggest problem really is just making sure you have enough gold for the respec and being able to hire your first merc after you're going to switch to the support build.
The child title yet.
Okay, so we're gonna start putting auras on. So we got a bunch of extra damage. I still need a rustic sash, so I'm gonna take some time here to go back and grab a rustic sash. Yeah, that would have been a good idea to grab earlier, but it's fine.
If you must take
I grab our static strike, grab... Oh, of course, you don't actually have a good rustic sash. Amber amulet? Chance orb, that's actually not terrible for me. Okay, and then you have 3, so we could buy a coral ring instead of... I'm actually gonna grab a strength belt because strength technically will give me extra damage.
hello. Farewell.
Okay. Continuing on. Leap slam, get the hell up here. Put leap slam there, put my smite here. Get rid of these. And we're going to go back. Oh, what the fuck, I misclicked.
Can I not have but a moment of respite?
It's kind of worth going back for the chrome.
My
Please understand that as a gentleman of honor, it pains me greatly to do this. Hard
I can't believe that 2 armor items in a row gave me fucking...
Wisdom.
But yeah, the damage isn't terrible. Like, I'm
Shore leave.
able to kill Fairgraves pretty decently fast. We're gonna grab some health. Go over, get some more transmutes, because none of these have a lot of sockets. We're not going to use the mallet, because that's just going to feel bad. Yeah, I still don't want to pay for the rustic sash, so we're just going to keep going. Let's go defeat Merveil, and hopefully this is a sub 30 minute Act 1. How close am I to level 12?
I have nothing more to give.
An iron staff's actually kind of worth grabbing. In theory, if we find... So we can start using static strike now. Oh god. Good thing I have frickin'... Okay. We can start using static strike now, but again, I don't have links. So we're just gonna keep going. Now, of course, with the white sockets, I'd actually be able to transition over to the build, and I'd probably just grab, Alright, I just want to talk about this Merveil fight really quick here. Basically, going into this, I did not have Decoy Totem, which is a very useful skill against Merveil because it does actually taunt this boss, which means that even though she'll teleport away, she'll keep casting her Ice Bolts at the Decoy Totem back where you originally placed it, which makes it very, very easy to just stand there and hit her with Spectral Throw or whatever the hell you have as an ability. I also didn't manage to get level 13 before the boss, so I wasn't able to throw on the new staff that I had picked up in the previous zone, and this obviously would affect my DPS a little bit. The final problem that I had with this boss was that I went in with a small mana flask, which was not really enough to sustain my mana, and I had to rely on Clarity healing my mana, which was kind of slow, and that slowed down the kill a little bit. Overall, Act 1 was fine. The biggest problem that I had was that I definitely killed too many enemies during the act. I probably should have been able to finish around level 10 or 11, and I clearly was partway through level 12 by the end. I tend to do a lot of autopiloting while I was commentating during this run here, so I would either walk the wrong way, or I would just end up just standing there killing enemies while trying to talk, which was really not good for getting done the acts quickly. Not having Decoy Totem here actually kind of sucks because making them stand still or making all the enemies just run at the Decoy Totem as well really helps. I'm not going to throw that on. Obviously, you normally would throw it on. Cold Rim, very, very good early. Okay. I need to stop killing this area. I just need to go.
Can I not have but a moment's respite? I have nothing more to give.
So, yeah, switching to this staff would be very good. Okay, it did roll all right. That's 2 free fixes. Okay.
Travel far.
We'll put Static Strike into this. God. Yeah, we're gonna have like a weird layout of skills after.
What do you want?
I'm actually gonna throw this in there too. Since it rolled the percent fizz, I might as well up the percent fizz a lot. Arm at the fizz as well. It's too bad it didn't get any added, but it will beat what we currently have by a lot. Just need 1 level and then we can switch to Static Strike. Again, wouldn't be a problem with white sockets, so. Trying to get all of those, we don't have any portal scrolls, so what do I do here? I think we just rush Chamber Ascend as fast as we can. Okay.
Iron Ring.
Okay, a little bit of extra damage from that Iron Ring. Okay, we got the level up as well. We don't want to level up our... Alright.
The men here should have listened to their hearts. Their minds were not their own.
So at this point, I can drop... I can drop my... attack there. Okay, I can drop Spectral Throw, is what I was trying to say. I don't even have my static strike on.
Chance. Trans.
Yeah, and so now we're gonna grab all these for transmute shards. So with the static strike, I guess in the case of my leap slam too. What I was trying to explain here was that I put on the ruthless support for my static strike. So every third hit of static strike would give a ruthless proc, and this would actually go across the entire duration of the beam. So every single beam would actually get that ruthless damage, which was really, really good for bossing or clearing when there's like magic mobs or rares. Cool. I'm in a gem over there that. Okay.
There is a fine line between consideration and hesitation. The
What
former
gem does
is
Tai
wisdom,
Tai Killer have
the
highlighted?
is fear.
Is it like Blood Rage or something over there? Wait, how far do you have to go to get over there? Oh, was that a secret area?
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
I'm actually just curious. I'm like wasting time for this, but I'm curious. What the hell does he have highlighted? Superior. Oh. I see. Anyways. Continuing to go. So obviously that superior gem was not worth going for. I just was very, very confused what the hell was showing in that area. So, based on the amount of shock that was on the enemy, I could kind of tell
Experiment.
what oh shit, I could tell what swing I was on. Yeah, that's about all we're gonna be able to do. Okay. We need greens. Yeah, now we're like in a little bit of a problem because we need green sockets. That's 90, 100 and something. That's better than the weapon we have. But of course it has blue sockets. The sockets. Like, why? I'm gonna have to gamble again, aren't I? I need green sockets. Jesus Christ. What can we get?
You and Thoreau.
Like, okay. Gonna do an evasion, armor, body, and just hope. Are you fucking kidding me? I did not get a green socket on it. Holy shit, dude. Maybe I should have just done an evasion body, but like, what the fuck? These gloves aren't... Oh, fuck.
What?
I can't believe this RNG. Okay. Keep going. I didn't buy my... I didn't mean to go this way, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find the waypoint in the middle of the area. We're just going to keep static striking and jumping. We're not going to care about fighting absolutely everything. There's the waypoint. Yeah, I didn't mean to go this way. I meant to go back and go do the crypt to level up. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. The socket colors are actually screwing me so bad. I can put... Okay, I can get rid of faster attacks off my sockets. I need a better flask. Probably could have killed that blue pack, but it doesn't really matter. As long as I level in this next area one time and then one time in the basement, it should be fine. Okay, we're actually at the top, so we're gonna find the trial and then go down to the left. Hey, I'm starting to learn the layouts again. My brain is kicking in. It's a miracle. Yeah, that wisdom, I guess I'll grab on the way out.
Shine boldly, so that all may find you.
Okay, and then we're gonna go this way. Oh fuck. That was a little bit awkward. Okay, we're gonna put our... I'm gonna kill this guy for the gold drop. Okay, I actually need to...
I am a beast. You are.
I just sell... We'll just sell everything. And we'll go buy our Herald of Thunder. Now, we will... like, okay. I want to mention really quick. You could go buy, like, Herald of Purity or Herald of Ash. And use those instead of the Vitality, Clarity, and Precision. And that would give you a bunch of extra damage. I just like leveling up the auras. I don't know. Okay,
Travel far.
we already got the waypoint, so we're gonna go here. I got the wrong one. It's fine. We'll just use a refund point. Continuing on. Another thing that I could grab is Blood Rage, or whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, it's Blood Rage. That would obviously up my speed a lot. Okay, what you want to do in this area as you're running along, by the way, is you want to keep your eye along, like, the bottom section. And if you don't see rocks or a rock path ever, then you know that Alir is at the top. So, like, there, I only started paying attention near the end, but... I'm actually missing auras here. Okay. So I'm pretty sure she's along the top because I was looking along the bottom the whole time, but Could be wrong. Yeah, there she is. If you're looking back and forth, you're actually more likely to miss seeing her, so...
Trans.
Now, the annoying part about not having the decoy totem is that Alira doesn't just stand still. She really likes to move a fuck ton.
Women like
Bastard
you
swords, alright.
give the rest of us a bad name.
Okay, moving on. You know what? This is one of the ones where it's probably better to reset and then go back to the zone. Because the Weaver's probably over here. It's up, isn't it? It's staying webbed, yeah, okay. Yep, that's good. We really need to get that next level. Yeah, preferably before Weaver, I'm gonna get one more level up. So that I can grab the int node here. And we'll put on our other herald. Now our damage should be very, very good. Especially on that ruthless proc of the static strike.
Far too much baggage.
I don't know if I'm gonna find a chance to use that axe, so we're just gonna... So right there I got my Ruthless proc on the Weaver. So I'm gonna try to only use Static Strike 2 more times, so I get the Ruthless proc again when Weaver comes down. Okay, right now I'm on the Ruthless proc, so sadly Weaver took too long. But as you can see, the damage with the Ruthless proc is very, very good.
What trouble?
Okay, so we're gonna ID this. The chance of it being better than ours is pretty low. Oh, it actually is better, maybe? God, I need another sock. I need to get rid of these boots. I need to go get some armor-based boots, I guess.
Let's be.
Grab that. Gamble. God, I want to say armor evasion. Boots, because Frostblink can go up here. Been pretty unlucky with our, gambling, though. I guess I'll, no, we're gonna get, Moose Speed craft soon. Yeah, huge DPS increase. Leap Slam with attack speed. Ruthless, Static Strike.
Hello.
This has an open prefix. Okay. We can keep going. Go kill Creighton.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Do I still? Yeah, I still have a really low tier flask for mana. I'm actually gonna go ahead and level everything once.
I have nothing more to give.
Heard you.
I've got to set up the Ruthless proc. There it is there. It's fine.
After what
Make it fun.
Do that. Okay, keep going. Now, one thing about Oak is you actually don't want to drop a decoy totem on Oak. First of all, he already just stays on top of you the entire time. But second of all, if you do have decoy totem and you drop it on him, you'll get 2 endurance charges when he war cries. It's going to be on the other side, isn't it? So just something to think about if you have the decoy totem on. I also find he's more likely to use his enduring cry if you use the decoy totem. See, like, he didn't even use enduring cry there because, I don't know. It just seems like if there's more enemies around, he uses enduring cry more often. Alright.
Trans.
This has to be the one that goes down a bunch, right? That's gonna go up, okay. What the fuck?
Oh my god. No. If there's a way to put this right, I have to find it.
Okay.
Ready, exile?
Actually, almost got killed there.
Trans.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Oh my god, I'm stuck on every tree, dude. Do I want to keep leveling them? It's probably fine to keep leveling them. I'm gonna wait till I get my level up to level them.
There's no resting on your laurels in Raycast.
Okay, now I have so much mana regen that I don't have to worry about, In theory, getting some skill effect duration would actually be quite good with this. But, we're gonna have to go back to town still just to grab the thingy.
Nothing
We'll
like
quickly sell a bunch of shit. Should I check that? No, we don't check that. Okay. We actually got a sapphire ring that could be good.
Fare you well.
God, I love that bug. Okay. That is a really good ring. Roll that flask.
Greetings.
Okay, we got lots of mana regen now. Right now, the biggest problem we're having is our...
Stay true to
What has...
I'm gonna try and just buy an armor body and just... Okay, 21, but... Yeah, that's fine. Thank God. Yeah, I want to put Smite with elemental damage with attacks. Obviously, it's not. Actually, no. I don't know. I'm gonna put Smite over here with, and I'll put the elemental damage with attacks on Static Strike. Guess we need one level to wear that.
Alchemy.
Elks are always good. It doesn't really matter if we level in this area, although a level up would help our damage a lot, since we'd get a third link on
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Okay, it looks like we should get our level up. Okay, click that, get our extra strength, put this on. Gotta put that there. Vitality over here. Technically could run Enduring Cry. I'm gonna throw my decoy totem back on. Grab this here. Now, because I took Ruthless off, I have to do 3 swings, or I should have to do 3 swings to get a Ruthless proc. Now, we're not going to try and get the Ruthless proc right now because it's going to go under the ground, obviously. Oh, I just canceled the Ruthless proc. That was kind of a big fail on my part. Whoops. Whoops, he did go under again instantly though, so... Now I've kind of lost track of the, which proc I'm on. Sadly, so we're just gonna have to kind of brute force it. That is a very, very, very good axe.
The least we can do in life.
Okay. Act 3. I don't think the slash blade matters because I was a little bit AFK, I think,
Where emperors rule.
at the start of the... I just want to cut in here really quick just to explain some cool stuff about Ruthless. Basically, you can reset the counter on it by either de-equipping the item that has the skill on it, or you can end up de-equipping the skill itself and then putting it back into the socket. This is really annoying to do compared to just de-equipping the weapon and putting the weapon back on. The problem with this, of course, is if the weapon or whatever that had the skill in it also has an aura, then you lose that aura. The other thing that I actually just learned while confirming this on the wiki was that you can actually set up a Ruthless proc without hitting something. This means that you could, in theory, take off the item with your Ruthless skill in it, put it in your inventory before a boss, then quickly re-equip it and swing twice in the air in order to guarantee the first hit is a Ruthless hit. Okay, I gotta take a quick break to help with the kids, and then I'll do Act 3. So, I guess look at my gear, slash blade. Okay, I'll come back and show all that shit. Alright, we're back. So, slash blade. There's the build. I didn't somehow manage to, like, get here again with a different build so that I had better items or something. Alright.
Ready, exile? This land is...
It's actually really good to get Ironheart here. It was softcore, I drop a portal there. Normally I play softcore. Anyone who knows my content would know why.
We will be best friends,
I like tried way too many times to click that.
Far too much baggage.
I'm gonna drop that, and we're gonna grab the blinder. Oh, I'm gonna grab both. Yeah, this white socket change is gonna be so weird. It's gonna be so weird to play with at first, because like, just being able to equip whatever you want is gonna be disgustingly good. Like, I even struggled with sockets, and I still feel like I'm going at an alright pace. Like, this is a big dead end. I'm gonna go ahead and grab an extra dex node before going up. What the fuck? That's just a big dead end? Wait. Huh? That can happen? Don't tell me there's a way to go that way. What the fuck? What the actual I've never seen that happen. What? Wow, I wasted like 2 minutes going all the way along in there. I mean, at least I leveled up. Oh my god, this is load time. Am I crashing? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, I'm gonna try closing the game, I guess. At this point in the run, I somehow ran into a problem with either shaders being corrupted or files being corrupted. I have no idea. Basically, Crematorium would not load. And so eventually I gave up after running there like I think twice, maybe 3 times, and I just reset the game, went and deleted all the shaders, and then ran pack check and ran the game again, and it fixed it. So I'll add a timestamp that people can just skip to get past this part if they don't really care to see me just go through this agony of trying to figure out why the frickin' game will not load a location in the game. No, that's not far enough over. Okay, let's just in case I'm gonna make another. Is Crematorium broken? Hello? Okay, well this is just completely fucking my run. I don't know what to do here. I even tried making a new instance. Do I wait? Crematorium not loading? Infinite loading screen when entering Crematorium. It looks like this was a bug in Trials of Ancestor. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try resetting the slums then, maybe? Um... It's dead end. That's a pretty big bug. What do I do? My run is actually just kind of fucked now. Um... Uh... Okay, I'm gonna have to be right back. I guess I'll have to try and like clear my cache or something and reload everything. This is kind of crazy. All right, we're back again. Now our playtime is what? So we lost quite a bit of time because of that. Actually, oh man, I might as well just exit and sign back in so I can sell some stuff. That,
Hello.
God, that really fucking sucked.
Watch yourself.
I need to put some stuff in the stash that I don't actually need in my inventory. Sure. I want to keep the jewelers, actually. Chromes I'll keep. Let's just put these all in here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know why the crematorium is bugging like that. This axe is kind of bonkers, but yeah, I don't think anyone knows how Ruthless works with Static Strike and how crazy it is with added damage. Okay, so it should be down this way and around. Okay, I deleted all the shaders and restarted, but I also ran pack check. Okay. Something was corrupted, I'm assuming.
Allow your wisdom to be tempered by the flames of the past.
Is this the one where you reset? I think it is. And you go to the other side.
I'm so glad you could make it, my lady. There are answers inside you that I'd like to see.
So I just want to talk about Piety a little bit here. She's actually pretty tanky for how early you get to her in the game. Now, you only have to get her down to half health, but if you're using a build that is lowest DPS, you have to deal with all of her lightning attacks that can all just be really freaking annoying and do variable amounts of damage. I was almost leveled, and I should have leveled and then put on that new axe I was carrying at this point. That would have upped my DPS a ton and made this way less sketchy. But now that she's done, we can move on. You're going to continue going up. Oh, I didn't put the point in.
See you.
Okay, we can put this axe on now, which will up our damage a ton. Yeah. Where did I put my... Where's my smite? There it is. I should probably think about grabbing some links for Smite now.
You were remembered only for the mess you leave behind.
So sadly, because of that, because of all that shit happening with the shaders or whatever the hell happened, I'm probably not gonna have enough time to finish the run before tonight.
All of Raycraft.
Trans.
Is this the way to go? I'm kind of sad because it's like completely F's my time a little bit. Like, do we say 6 minutes? I have no idea. I was frozen for so long. Okay, well, I'm just gonna continue. I should have logged. That was my fault. We actually have no money now, so we lost all of our money and we lost all of our items that was in the stash, so we'll just consider that fine. Like, whatever. I'm actually very surprised how long I got frozen there. I should have logged, though, as soon as I got frozen. Anyways, we're gonna keep going. Oh, you know what? I got frostbite on me. That's probably what happened. Yeah. That's 100% what happened. I got frostbite on me and then I got frozen. Okay. I actually forgot to put move speed on my boots, and now I don't have the
Hope in the left
craft.
hand, surety in the right.
I'm gonna quickly... Surprised that I have the waypoint, though. Let's go quickly add that to our boots. Right? We don't have enough? Okay. No, it's not here. Oh my god, I autopath while unpaused over there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. We shouldn't go there yet. We should keep going this way.
I have nothing more to give.
How are we doing on transmutes? Pretty good.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Chance.
Yeah, orb binding's pretty good. Can even use that on this pair of
Seems that
boots.
even time loses its rhythm
No,
in
we need the
trust.
green socket. Although, oh wait, what? It's faster attacks? Oh, you know what? Let's do this then. No move speed, but strength. Okay. It's dead end. Okay. Alright, how's our, gonna elk that in hopes to get something. We didn't really get anything on it, but resists are resists.
Trans.
Another transmute, that's always good.
Wet. Trans.
Now one thing that I need to get is a blue socket so I can put elemental weakness on. We'll just wait till we ID in town. Not that far from doing that. So we're kind of hoping that the amulet we get at the end of this has an open prefix. And that it has a decent amount of strength on it.
You? What is that? The cockroach. I like.
Nice, we got a 30 strength one. Now all we need is that open prefix. Well, it definitely got open prefix, and it rolled literally absolute ass for stats, but you know what? It's fine. Okay. I really need a regal orb to drop.
Yes.
Sadly that has full... that's not going to be as good as just running Yeah, sadly that's not gonna be as good as you know what, we'll keep this because we can.
Watch yourself.
What are our resists like? Fire res is the one we want? Okay, so, oh, we lost our... Right. We lost our, thing. We'll go to Act 1 and grab a red gem and just make a fire res,
I thought you're a...
ring.
While we live, we... What little help I... Take care.
Alright, Chance Orb. Nope. Worth a try. Okay, So at this point in the campaign, I went back to my hideout to add added fire damage to attacks to as many items as I could in order to up my DPS. It technically would be higher DPS to add increased elemental damage with attacks. However, in the case of the League, I would be giving these items to the Merc later because added damage to attacks is much stronger on them since they already have increased damage with attacks on their tree, whereas I have basically no increased attack damage on my tree. Okay, what level is my clarity and stuff up to? 4? Okay, one more level and then they're gonna need to stop.
Wet. Use trans.
Get that Ruthless proc there.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
No, we need to go to Diala.
You have a dad.
Goodbye.
So, I'm not gonna go to kill Gravicius yet. We need to get a little bit tankier first. I'd like to have probably about 40% fire res if I can get that. Or just a little bit more life. It doesn't really add much time to skip over him really quick, because we have to come back to him anyway. Oh my god. Okay, Piety can be pretty easy because Static Strike will just keep killing the portals. It's a matter of getting her into like a loop near portals that will just cause her to keep, you know, trying to jump onto them, and you can just keep using Static Strike to blow them up while you're hitting her with Smite. So I think I'm going to try and get Elemental Weakness though before I go fight her. This build does not have no damage because I know this axe is pretty crazy in terms of stats, but I don't think it's that absurd.
Trans.
I keep getting stuck.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly go get myself... Oh, is this not gonna load now? Okay. I'm gonna get myself Elemental Weakness. Now, I don't think I'm high enough level... Oh, I am high enough level to use it.
Go
Okay.
with courage.
So what we're gonna do is we're going to... Do we just chrome these boots, or do we gamble for some new ones? I'm so sad I lost my money.
What do you want?
I would want to be careful with using my money at this point, because we need items for our Merc when we get them. I can't even use those. That was just a waste. Okay, we're gonna try and get one blue on these. Okay, we got it. Thank God. Okay, so that'll help a bunch with fighting Piety in a second. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Alright.
I see it now, Wonder Child.
Gonna put down
You
our
are
decoy
but a
totem.
reflection, a mirror that I must now. You can't be human.
Just got a little bit unlucky there with the there.
Damn you.
Okay.
You should die.
Identify. If this... So this axe could go to a Merc if we wanted it to. That's a really good body, but... I kind of need the links. Do we risk rolling the boots more to try and get only one blue socket? Hey, let's go. 20 move speed boots, but they gotta go. Okay. Sell, and then I will finish up this run, I guess, as soon as I am back, I guess, tonight. All we have left to do is go to defeat the boss for Act 3, and...
You, quiet. Goodbye.
After that, so Yeah, I gotta go. Alright, we're back again on the Scion. Just slash play it again, just to I somehow keep it consistent. So, while I was AFK, I had time to think about the build a little bit. I realized that if, first of all, if I just move this here and I go get Fizz to Lightning, it would up my damage a ton because our axe is literally just super high Fizz. So that will help. And then another option is to drop Vitality for a little bit and get Anger. So let's just grab... So I'm pretty certain that Fizz to Lightning is going to be... Actually, is this even a blue? I kind of wish they'd just make the entire gem the right color. But it should up my damage just because I'm using Elemental Weakness. Like right now, this is doing about... Yeah, about 33% Fizz damage, which is all not getting affected by that Elemental... Right, so if I convert the rest of that to Lightning, then that should, in theory, up my damage quite a lot.
Go with the spirit.
Now, with Smite, we only have faster attacks. We could technically drop Decoy Totem. And also move some stuff around. Like, I have a blue socket in my body. So we could, in theory, move Smite over where Vitality is, get rid of the Frost Blink, and then get that also converting. That's not a bad idea. So we will quickly do that. If I had another socket on the body, it would be perfect to move Clarity down there.
Yes.
But yeah, so I think that we're also going to grab Fizz to Lightning for this. And then that should help the damage a lot on Smite as well. So one more optimization I wanted to point out at this point that I could have made that I did not realize until much later was that I could have taken off both heralds, added Wrath or Anger, either one would work, and they would add more damage than the heralds do. Sure, you would lose the extra effects of the heralds, however, you would gain a bunch of extra damage due to the aura effect you have in your build, and of course that would also just help with bossing. One nice part about having to take constant breaks, I guess. So we know the exit's this way because you just follow the carts. Now, the thing is... Okay, another thing is we're kind of in an odd spot because the ending of Act 3 is level 33. And the... Oh, we're missing an aura because we moved our stuff. But yeah, once I get the last few aura nodes from Charisma, I should, in theory, be able to drop Vitality for like a boss fight like a Zaro, and get Anger on if I wanted for extra damage. That said, Vitality is very, 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 very good on mercs because unless they have some form of life leech,
This tower says it all.
they don't really have sustain other than you recalling them.
Trans.
I could actually grab this body and hope that it gets something good on it. I do have a this would give dexterity on the item. My current one has tri-res, so that's like really hard to beat. It's probably giving me most of my resistances. And the fact that my cold res is so low tells me that's probably why I got frozen earlier. So yeah, see this is a 32 zone, and then the next level up is a 33 zone. We got a ruthless proc. I need to make sure that this is actually recording quick. Okay, it is. Now, of course, if we get a useless item, we're not going to ID it. At this point, still, we would still want to get... we would still want to get transmute shards from it. One thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get this waypoint. Now, I was thinking a little bit as well about how you'd want to farm for your merc, your very first one. Now, I don't know how rare them spawning is going to be. Obviously, we would learn this as we're playing through Act 3. Like, if the entire Act 3, other than Scepter of God, we saw them 3 times, then we know that it's like a 1 in, like, let's say 5, right? Like, just guessing off of that, right? But if we only see 1 the entire Act 3, we would know they're pretty fucking rare. And you're basically forced to farm these zones in order to get to the, what am I trying to say? In order to get your merc of choice, right? So, and that would really suck. I think that would be kind of bad in a way. So we'll keep pushing. I ended my Ruthless proc like an idiot there, but that's fine. Somehow that unique was weaker than the rare. Okay. There's a few things I'm trying to do before I go fight a Zaro. Number 1, I'm going to finish Act 3. Because I want to be appropriately leveled. Number 2, I want to make sure I get that life node mastery that gives 30 life. Because that's just going to make it so that if he does manage to hit me, which he shouldn't, obviously, Zaro realistically shouldn't hit you. But there is cases where, you know, Zaro like gets a freaking chill on you and it's almost impossible to dodge its attack. But realistically, as long as he doesn't have like as long as he doesn't have some way to do that, he's super easy in regular normal lab. Now I'm worried about doing these guys this early. Because the first fight, specifically...
And you used it to reinvent yourself. I couldn't wish for a more potent instrument.
Is a little bit sketchy if you don't get rid of the guys quickly. Now, you can use these totems to start your thing. I keep getting stunned. There we go. We got a Ruthless proc here, so should kill this guy pretty quick. That was a little bit sketchy because I kept getting stunned. We're gonna try to not die here. Okay, good. And we should be good here. So with this guy, Doriani, that's his name? Dominus. You can place the totem away from his melee range, and he'll just keep using his ranged attack on it. Making it a very easy fight. Now at this point, your totem also should just be very tanky. Right? This part of the fight's, I mean, kind of a joke. It's not... If you have decoy totem, this part of the fight's easy. Ooh. The problem is that cold res is like our main That rolled really good, though. That's a lot of lightning damage. So, at this part, if the barrier goes away, our vitality will sustain us, plus the enemies that we kill with the life gain on kill.
I prefer the
I'm actually going to teleport back to town because I have too many items. And I just want to go check really quick if I have anything that's worth keeping. There is these gloves, but they're only blue. And the boots right now are my way of getting... Now, these steel gauntlets are... Okay, so we're at the point where we want to start getting items for mercenaries. And we don't... I personally think that fighting a melee mercenary as your first mercenary is probably going to be the stupidest idea you could do. However, I probably should collect some items for the mercenaries. So we got an alright weapon here. That weapon's meh. This one's bad. Did we get added damage on this one? We did, but no life. However, could still be better than what they have. So I'm just going to throw all this stuff in here. And we are going to go back and grab some more items. Now, I'm going to, like I said, because I'm not the level I want to be. I said I wanted to be level 34. By the way, the slash played is 1 hour and 32. If we minus like the 6 minutes from me getting that fucking shader bug or whatever. Let's just be generous and do 4 minutes. So 1 hour and 28 minutes for Act 3 without doing lab. So probably like 1 hour 35 if I did lab. That's not too bad. Like most people are satisfied with half an hour per act. Now, okay, we don't want to level these past 5. And there's a reason for that. There's a big reason for that. First of all, they're already plenty strong enough to do all the content that we're doing right now. And second of all, I want to have extra mana. Okay. I'm actually trying to kill a lot of guys here because it's a good area to level in. That's why I'm kind of taking it a little slow. Obviously, you can run through here way faster than this. There is magic mobs down each of these lanes here. However, I don't think it's going to be worth me running in there and killing them because also I'm going to have this blue pack, and then I also have the... Sorry, I just wanted to kill that guy really quick in case he dropped a rare item. Now, here's where the filter I have on is kind of a problem. Because my plan is to go for ranged mercs. I really like ranged mercs for leveling, like the Dex characters. And so, at this point, it would actually make more sense for me to go for bows. So normally, at this point, I would actually switch to Tai Killer's ranged leveling stuff and start collecting stuff for them. And then in the case of my weapon, right, I could still replace my weapon because my weapon's not the best axe I can get. I'm going to be able to get to level 33. So I could, in theory, I didn't get one in the shop, but I could buy the level 33 axe, right? And craft it. So it's kind of awkward. Like, do I want to keep pushing? This is why my filter setups are not that great for this, because you'd be better off with Neversink's filters because it just kind of shows every rare. Specifically, like, just his, like, normal filter, like something that's pretty non-strict, right? Because all you really care about is getting some rares that just roll good added damage for your mercs. But yeah, we're going to keep pushing. There's no disadvantage to doing this because we want to get... what's it called? We want to get Flame Link anyway. Flame Link. Yeah. Anyway, for our mercs. And so we're going to try to rush Vol down here. Now, Vol is tanky as well, just like Piety, where he has a lot of health, but he's pretty hard to die to. This guy could be worth killing if I don't get screwed by his mechanics. Okay, we got a nice proc there. Also, getting upgraded flasks for Izaro is always nice. And we're trying to level, so I don't really care if I accidentally go the wrong way in this area. I'm pretty sure Vol's actually up to the top left. So another ruby ring. Sadly, that one is the wrong one. So I'm going to try and get 3 more levels. We're just going to push Act... I'm just going to push Act 4 until I get to that level.
Can I not have it a moment's respite?
There, he's down. Oh, a Grove Bow. Nice, nice. Okay. So, this is a 36 axe, so in theory I could push to 36 if I wanted. Don't think I'm gonna do that. Okay, this is really awkward because I want to grab a lot of this stuff. How many portal scrolls do I have? I have 5, okay. I gotta do a inventory dump. I have too much shit in my inventory, so let's just dump anything we're not gonna use. I'm gonna put a bunch of craftable bases in the stash. And then we can just look at them later after we get our merc. Now, I've kind of thought about this a little bit. I'm actually going to, after I finish doing Izaro, I'm going to go get an AG and just use that as a merc just to show gameplay. Why did I ID all this? I need transmutes. Oh, that was kind of a huge mistake, actually. Okay, so I'm just going to put this in here because it's a craftable base for the build. I don't think we're going to push to 36, but... I mean, I might as well put that in there. So yeah, getting a Grove Bow is very, very good. Because, like I said, I want to play a bow... Like, I really like the bow characters for leveling. They're nice and safe, they don't kill themselves. What can we do for you? They do a lot of damage. I would actually like to sell this for... Oh, we got a chrome from it. Okay. And then ID the other 2. So this is a 32 weapon. It's got 2 open prefixes, sadly. I don't think it would ever be better than our weapon because... the problem is... So, like, even though... Okay. I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. This bow has 1 added damage, an open prefix, it even has some leech and attack speed. This is good enough to throw onto a merc right away, right? It has a good amount of added damage, like I said. You would go add fire damage onto this, and you could use it for, like, a good while. That said, you can also gamble for a bow before you, like, once you find your merc as well. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to activate that gate, by the way, and then you can walk over to Oyun, or I don't actually know how to say her name. Anyways, you can walk over to her and get your flame link. Now we are going to grab this reservation here, and then once I get the last reservation, I can technically run Purity of Elements at that point. So if I try to farm for a... Oh yeah, I gotta remember that this area is actually kind of scary if you stand still. So at this point in the run, I was just kind of showing that you can keep pushing forward if you want to gain some extra health, some better gear, and whatnot with the build, because the build can push further. My point was to stop right around the Kaum's Stronghold waypoint and the Grand Arena waypoint. The build was missing a lot of stuff right now. I actually should have gone and gambled for a new helmet and a new body so that I could get more health, because I could have easily got a really high health roll at this point. And like I was saying, I could eventually throw on Purity of Elements, so that would just fix my resistances pretty good, and I really should have just focused on, at this point, getting a little bit more health, because I should be able to get my health around 700, 800 at this point by just easily going and switching a few pieces of gear. These guys can really fuck you up if you don't wait a second to dodge their sonic boom attack, or whatever the fuck it would be, their screech. As soon as they use it, though, you can walk up to them and hit them. It's just a matter of... We actually got Destructive Link there, but I don't think that's as good as Flame Link.
Yes, Beast. You have every reason to be afraid.
I just want to cut in here really quick again. I basically go on a little talk about how the light radius effect affecting link skills on your mercenaries is really cool because it can add a lot of cool things other than flame link. But I went to the wiki and I don't know what the hell I was talking about. Maybe you could get something with destructive link where you get a ton of crit multi, but the rest of them are all just not really good with extra effect. Like soul link you're not going to care about because you don't really care about them taking less damage, and then you don't want to take 30% of the damage from them getting hit to your energy shield, and just like stuff like that. Just it's not really that interesting. The entire node from the luminary is just for flame link. It feels like protective link, I guess you could say in theory would be somehow useful if you can make it so your mercenary was taking a ton of damage for you and then you were giving it protective link and giving it a ton of block, and therefore it would be healing like a stupid amount of health. But otherwise I don't really see that many cool interactions. If it works with Frigid Bond, if Frigid Bond somehow gets affected by the effect of your link, which I'm doubtful it does, but if it does get it increased, I guess you can make a cool build that somehow you use a mercenary that likes to jump on top of them, and it's just like a massive dot, because if you could get like 200% increased effect, that's a like huge amount of dot base damage. But I don't know. There's really nothing in my opinion. I don't know what the hell I was on. That'd be I'm doing the thing I said not to do, which is to walk race towards those guys. I'm gonna take this slow here and pull these guys back. I actually didn't get my static strike proc off there, so I kind of had to dip the fuck out. Anyways, interesting, that other one dropped nothing. Yeah, because we have low life, right, we get stunned pretty easily. I'm trying to get all the way to the end of the mines, because that's just going to be a good spot to stop, so that I'm like, I want to say a third of the way through Act 1? I'm at Act 4? I don't actually know how far through Act 4 that is, technically. We could grab that Sacred Life Flask just so we have it. Unique? I don't think that one's any good for anything. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. We're still making progress. You know what? Just because I can. Oh my god, I think my fire res is pretty good. If I remember correctly. Yeah, it's 48. So we can go ahead and like finish this first area as well if we want for extra XP. I'm just showing this because like you don't have to go to lab right away. Yes, you want to play the style, but like this version of the build just can keep pushing the content. Like I'm having no struggles pushing the content. Now, is Calvin Doresso going to be a little bit sketch? Probably. But like I don't know, maybe what I'll do is I'll do a Zaro and then I'll actually just see how far I can push this build. Maybe that's what I'll do. While still going full fucking support. Let's see how far I can push the build. I don't know, it's really awkward. Like, I guess I kind of need to ask people, like, do they want to see me put an AG on and just pretend that that's my merc? Or do they want to see, like, that's going to be awkward because I have to lose a lot of links, right? I think it's cooler just to see how far this fucking build can go. Oh, that had regen. That's why it was so hard to kill that guy. So we got our 30 life. Now let's say that, like, so I'm just going to keep pushing for now. Let's say you still did not feel comfortable doing a Zaro, right? Guess what there is available for you to grab? That is absolutely insane, crazy, even. You can grab physical percent damage. I know. You also can grab life, strength. But yeah, it's just like it's completely fine to go grab some more nodes, because like it's not like you're going to be moving slow through the campaign if you keep pushing like this. And like the extra levels will just make it so Zoro's much less likely to kill you. The only like I just want to show this because like you can just do a 2-hour lab if you want. Like that's completely fine. So what we're going to do here, at least what I would recommend, is you go to the waypoint, go back to the crystal veins, and we're going to push the other side now. And the reason for this is just because this zone... Wow, we got Ironheart in both of them. The reason for this is just because both these areas are fairly not rippy. Especially when you get Ironheart. But yeah, they're fairly not rippy, and you just get some free XP. Makes it a lot easier to do the fight with Azaro. This guy keeps dodging my static strike. And we're gonna grab that. Totemic Maul? Interesting. I think unless it's a 4... I think unless it's a 4 link at this point, I wouldn't really think too much about grabbing it. We're not gonna have to obviously kill that guy. That would just be asking to die. Now these guys are actually pretty squishy. We got a quiver, which could be good for the shit. Wow, I still have a regular... Oh, wow. I still have the... I was still running the first fucking tier of Mana Flask. I mean, I guess the clarity is sustaining you at this point, but... Okay. That was... Yeah. So yeah, as soon as I finish this zone, I actually might end up getting 2 levels from this. Did I miss? Oh, I did miss it. I can see where it is. Awkward. But yeah, this is just another easy way to keep pushing. Like, let's say you didn't have the greatest weapon. You could just keep pushing here. Your decoy totem carries you through bosses, no matter what. Like, it doesn't matter. Azaro, everyone, just throw down a decoy totem, and as long as you're paying enough attention to dodge AoE attacks, it's really not a huge problem. I'm just trying to find the end of this area now, so that I can quickly defeat the guy. That was the Ruthless proc, sadly, so... But yeah, he just falls over pretty easily. I'm gonna grab this cloth belt if I have room. Okay, I don't. Okay. And we're gonna just run to the next area. But yeah, if you want, you can now grab this right here, this right here. You can even start going into here if you want. I'm gonna grab these two. Now, we're sitting around 700 health. That's actually pretty good. We're going to go back to town, talk to Suni. Oh, I don't have room, so I'm going to go to stash first. We have lots of sacred flasks. But yeah, we're just going to put these here. We will look at this double axe, maybe? No, it's probably not worth it. Okay. It's more worth it to get the transmutes. I don't think this is going to roll well. We could technically grab a dagger in case we go for a dagger guy, but I just don't think that would be worth it, because like I said, I'm going to go for a Bowmerk. So we're going to sell this for the elk shards.
Bye.
This I can just put in here for fodder. That can go away, that can go away. This helmet is like really awkward. Like, I want to keep it because it has a lot of links. This bow, quiver is not that great. It has no added damage, but we could technically go add damage to it. And then for the resists are nice, the life's nice, right? For a merc, but anyways, we will go back to Act 3 now. We can go quickly defeat Buddy Boy there. How much does fire? Yeah, my fire res is pretty good. So that we'd be able to grab Pyroclast Mine. Oh wow, that was actually pretty lucky. I guess technically you could also reset this zone then until you find Einar. The XP here is going to be pretty trash because we're over leveled now. But this is what I meant. We don't really need this until we're going to get our... Yeah, all we gotta worry about is that attack's just kind of rippy. And there we go. We took him down. So, we can go back to town. Now, you will not get it as a reward. You have to buy Pyroclast Mine if you want to use it. If you don't want to use it, you don't need to grab it. In fact, you can skip that guy altogether and avoid having to... Oh, you know what I should actually do is try to make a Sapphire Ring, probably. But yeah, so I think we're good for Azaro at this point. We're level 35, like, we're good. So,
Be careful.
at this point, I'm going to probably... that's why I wanted a Sapphire Ring, to try and get a rare ring. Okay, let's look really quick if there is an Iron Ring. Just because, I think I'm going to have to go back to Act 1 if I want to do that. Let's go back to Act 1 quick. So yeah, do you have an Iron Ring, Nessa?
Hello.
You do. Okay. We'll sell that with this. Hopefully it rolls good. 28, that's pretty good, actually. We'll do this. It did not get a single added damage on it, but it got strength, fire res, and some regen, which this had only dex and a little bit of life. And we have more than enough things to go put added fire on it. Which the added fire is going to have a higher range than the other thing. We could also go with lightning. If the lightning rolls well... Like, what is lightning? Lightning is 33, so 15-ish. This one is 24, so 12. Yeah, so lightning's technically better. But we are going to be focused on fire once we move to Pyroclast and stuff. Now, this ring would be alright to give to a merc if we needed to keep our ring. Okay, we're gonna go... So I forgot when I came back to town the one time to go... Oh yeah, /passives. Let's make sure I got them all. So fun fact about /passives, it actually doesn't show quests that you have not handed in at this point until you've completed the entire game. I think this is really stupid. It should actually just show the ones I could have missed at this point, because I didn't even notice that I missed A Way Forward at this point. This means that if you go watch the unlisted video for the rest of the campaign with this stupid build, you can see that I had to go back and get the Way Forward later. I think the /passives should just show all of them that you could have done by this point. I don't really understand why it wouldn't by the time we get here. And we're already about halfway through, maybe a third of the way through Act 4. I actually don't know how far through that is. I'd say we're about halfway. We just gotta go kill Duresso. We have the waypoint for the Grand Arena, but we would not farm our first merc there. I'll explain farming your first merc after I get out of this. I'm pretty sure that Dark Shrines are a thing in normal labs, so like you could go look for Dark Shrines to help you as well.
Chance.
That was really fucking good. Highly worth actually going that way.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Those gloves might be really good for a ranger. They're literally dex based. If they have added damage and life, that'd be amazing. Preferably if the added damage was not fire, like it was fizz or lightning, that'd be awesome. Or cold, of course.
Traveler draws close to the end of the path. Some things that slumber should never
This is actually a 32 base. That's 100. Oh. Ooh, that actually might be better than what we're wearing. Yeah, so what we're gonna... So, in this case, we're a low DPS build, so we're gonna make sure we defeat all of the gargoyles. Takes an extra, like... See, we're doing plenty of damage to Azaro. We're doing absolutely plenty of damage to Azaro. Right? We're doing plenty of damage.
You were born for
Okay, so he got... I don't know what gargoyle, but we're doing plenty of damage. We got a Shadow Axe on the ground there, too. Which is a very good two-handed weapon. We don't even really need to worry about the weapons anymore. I think that this is better than what I'm wearing, though. What do I have here? Okay, so... Oh, I have to move. 1,400. 1,700. Oh, it's because I'm doing all that fizz to, all the fizz converted to lightning. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting, like, the damage is extra.
Full red armor.
But yeah, all these items that are dropping as 4 sockets, very, very good. I actually can't wait for that white socket change. That's going to be so much fun. It's going to make leveling so much faster because there's so many times where you had to sacrifice a link in a build because you just didn't get the...
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation.
I'm kind of like getting distracted. It's because you didn't get the right link, right? Color. So we also could have put another aura on if we would have had another socket.
Show me your resolve.
I'm actually going to go ahead and try to kill the portals because these guys can be pretty tanky. That said, our damage is like really good, right? We're completely fine at this point. I'm going to try and kill this portal. He's going to get 1 portal, which is more than bearable.
Such resilience.
Okay, we got 15 transmutes as well,
Is a fire that spreads
which is very, very good for our mercs. Okay, so we're going to go... Yeah, the only reason I don't have another link... Actually, I have quite a few jewelers. I probably could have went and tried for another link. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I think I have like 6 jewelers or something, so I could have went for another link on the body. Which is probably pretty likely. Then I could have been running Purity of Elements. That would have been kind of crazy. But that doesn't really matter for Azaro. Now, this Azaro was technically easy. Oh yeah, I didn't look at the path. We picked the right one. Okay, cool. And it's apparently like straight across. We're actually going to get another level before we're done this area. Now, I'm going to use the point probably just on like a percent fizz roll. Is that the right one? No, it's not.
Far too much back.
The curious lock boxes and stuff, very good to find because you're gonna get a lot of gear for your mercs. It's probably actually worth just full looting the normal campaign just so your mercs are like super geared, because if they're really well geared, when you get them, they're just gonna destroy the content.
Must keep. A throne is the most devious.
But yeah, if people want me to see me do a day 1 full playthrough of the campaign, I can do that. I'm going to be very late to play though, because... So I'm going to play a little bit safe here because I don't want to get ripperinoed. Okay, for some reason, Ruthless is not proccing. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why Ruthless isn't proc. Oh, now it finally procced. That was odd.
Violence is delicate.
Okay, my Smite kept targeting these guys back here, which was really annoying. I don't know why that last one was so sketchy. But yeah, we got a lot of good loot here. We got a bow and some gloves and stuff. The quality here, I'd probably just put it on Flame Link, I'm gonna be honest. Like, because the duration is really nice. But like, you could put it on Elemental Weakness. It's just 2% though. It barely does anything. Anyways, there would be the end of lab. And now look, I got another bow. So let me just make a dump area. So I'm just gonna dump all this stuff in there. How many jewelers did I have? Yeah, I had lots of jewelers. I'm actually curious, could I have gotten another? I could have got another blue. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna grab all this shit. We're gonna throw it in here. We're gonna go back into this room, grab all this stuff. Right? All good stuff for our merc. Or possibly good stuff. And then we're gonna go in here, grab, sure, some rings. I'll gladly go ID those. Those could be good for our merc too. Right? And then we'll throw those in there. I need these back, that back. Put the fusings in there. Put the chromes in. I should keep the chromes actually. Okay, so that's lab done. Right? 2 hours-ish. Which, this also counts getting about halfway through. Obviously you would not go Ascendant. You would go, whatchamacallit? You would go, I'm blanking. You'd go for a Luminary. Now, I need to talk really quick about what you can do for options. So at this point, you don't want to convert to, you don't want to convert your character to a support yet. You have a few options to grind for mercs. Number one is actually just going to this zone, which is very short. Right? You could run through it very quickly until one spawns. This is where knowing the rate at which stuff spawns, though, becomes very important. Because if they don't spawn super duper often, like they spawn, you know, 1 in every 10 times, that's not too bad. You could do that to farm your very first merc, right? Your very first merc, we're talking. Right? You just reset here, run back through. Mercs have like are going to have an icon, I assume still. They used to. So they're very easy to like spot while you're running. And you're just going to run back and forth across here. In theory, this is the first merc would be a level 23 merc. Very low. Doesn't matter. Because we would be able to just put on some random gear on them. Now, we would want an attack-based merc. That's where the problem comes in, right? Because you could get a level 23 merc that's a mage show up like multiple times in a row, which would not feel good. So I don't know how good this is going to be to farm. That's one of those things where I just wouldn't be able to know until League launch. But this is a possibility, right? And this could allow you to just do any melee merc, because they're going to be so squishy to you at this point, because you're going to be so much over-leveled compared to them, that you would just be able to knock them down instantly. Other benefit, I guess, is that you're farming transmutes and stuff. That enemy just dropped a ton of stuff. But yeah, there's one option. Another option, obviously. So while we were leveling, I guess I'll do one run back. Another option, if you just did this and you got bored, you could run all the way. I'm just gonna quickly kill this guy. That guy's 100% every time you run this zone going to be worth killing, because he's a unique that's super squishy. And anyways, so you just keep running through the zone, right? And then after you get through the zone, like if you got bored of the zone or you kept finding mages, I don't know, you could, or you found your merc. Maybe you found a bow merc. Awesome. You can now go to Scepter of God, which we know has guaranteed spawns, and we can start running this to get our other merc. And each one should only take like 5 minutes. I'm going to be honest, it should only take like 5 minutes max. Now this one's going to have a guaranteed spawn every time though. We're not going to go to Upper Scepter, we're going to go to just the stairs. Yeah, it should not take that long at all. And what you're going to do, what's kind of awkward about this map is that I would say it's going to be best to not full clear each level, because I'm hoping that basically you would find the merc because of their icon off the screen. But that's just all like I don't actually know how sensitive the icon's going to be and stuff, right? This is all just like I don't know. There's no real way for me to know. Now this area I am going to actually gain a little bit of XP. But yeah, you're going to get to the end here, you're just going to reset. If you didn't get a good merc, you just reset. Now, like I said, melee mercs are a little bit sketchy because some of them have Enduring Cry, some of them have stuff that gives them like just a ton of defense, right? You can do a melee merc after you get that first merc though, because let's say you did decide to do a mage merc. You don't care about supporting them yet, right? Because you're not going to keep them. You could get one that gives you like Wrath, right? And you'll just have an extra aura. Now that said, they'll be very, very squishy because they're going to be a level 23 merc in a 32 zone. But it is an option. The problem with that, like of course, is if you're not supporting them. Like I said, they're going to be pretty squishy. If you are supporting them, they'd probably be fine. Oh, actually, I forgot. They scale up to the level of the zone now. So what I'm saying is just completely moot. Yeah, they'll just scale up to the 32 zone. So yeah, no, that would be completely fine if you grabbed a mage merc at first. You're going to want to look at their abilities, obviously. You're not going to want to fucking go into there and be like me, 22 cold res, and be like, oh, I'm going to get a cold fucking res, I'm going to cold damage merc. That would just be kind of dumb. Even if you were able to one-shot them, you're just asking to get one-shot by them or frozen and then just slowly tick down. I'd like to point out here that you actually could throw on Purity of Elements right now. You actually have enough mana to do so, so you wouldn't actually get frozen. I kind of forgot about this, and you could just easily go throw on Purity of Elements to do the farming with, so that if you did fight an ice guy, he cannot actually freeze or chill you. If you fight a lightning guy, he cannot shock you, you know, stuff like that. So farming them wouldn't actually be that bad. All you'd have to do to make it work is just drop Vitality for a little bit. You can actually, after you run a few zones, let's say you ran like 4 zones, if you keep tabs on when you didn't find the merc, you could in theory teleport to the zone again and like using the waypoint with the control click feature. And you could just go through that one that you missed a few areas and look for it there if you wanted. I don't know if that would really be worth it. It matters how much of a pain in the ass they are to find in this zone. That's something I would quickly find out, is if full clearing would be better or not. But yeah, that's pretty much the character. Like I completed Ascendancy, most of Act 4 in like in like 2 hours. And that was with that bug that wasted probably like 4 or 5 minutes. So it was a little bit less than 2 hours. And like you could argue that the axe I got is OP. I did another run that I just didn't like. Actually, it's 2 reasons. I didn't like because my commentary wasn't that good, and then number 2, I for some reason had it recording my fucking web browser the entire time, so you just hear me talking while it's looking at freaking Path of Exile's webpage the entire fucking time. So that was fun. But in that one, I got a triple elemental damaged sword, and that one was fine. So I don't know. Sky's the limit, I guess. But yeah, once you got the guy from this area, Then, now since I pushed Act 4, I'm already at Grand Arena. So I could technically go instantly farm Grand Arena to try and get my next Merc. And then after you get the Grand Arena Merc, you'd be golden until, like, Act 6. And we're, like I'm saying, it would be like five tries per... or 5 minutes per area. I'd like to add here really quick that before you actually went and farmed Grand Arena, you would actually swap over to the support-based build because you would farm for a actual bow merc or a melee merc in the Scepter of God, like making sure that you got a good one, and then you would start pushing, go to a Grand Arena, farm for a higher level one if you want, or you can just keep using the one that you actually got from Scepter of God for, I think, until level like 43, 44 zones, so you'd be able to go quite far at that point. So I did actually go ahead and push the rest of the campaign with this garbage build, only building a support style tree the entire time, just to see how bad it would be, how slow it would be to get through the entire campaign, and I think I still did it in a reasonable amount of time. I'll link that in the description as an unlisted video if you want to see the last 4 hours of the run. By no means was the rest of the run clean. I died like 34 times or something like that, but I still got through it in a good amount of time. With that said, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see everyone in the next video.